Hey, it's me, Puppet DM, and I'm here to tell you all about the sponsors we have here at the Wandering Society. We're sponsored here by Mage Hand Press, makers of a bunch of 5th edition supplements, like the Book of Kobolds or their series of new classes. And don't forget, Arcmada, the amazing sci-fi fantasy campaign setting for the world's greatest role-playing game. Be sure to check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Up next, we have Roll20. It's the platform we use here at the Wandering Society to play all of our games. It's easy to use, intuitive, and it now comes with Dark Mode. Be sure to check them out at roll20.net. We're also sponsored by R. Talsorian Games. R. Talsorian Games make great RPGs, and they've been doing so since the early 90s. Check their books. They've got Cyberpunk Red, which Simon tells me has been played here extensively, Castle Falkenstein, which also has been played here, and The Witcher, which has also been. Okay, we get it! Check them out at your FLGS or online at rtalsoriangames.com. Have you ever wanted to wake up and smell the coffee? Well, now you can with this next sponsor, Found Familiar. Get yourself some damn good coffee at foundfamiliar.com and use the code on the screen to get 15% off. What do you mean I can't drink coffee? What the fuck is felt? And we couldn't end this segment without talking about our good friends at Die Hard Dice. That's right. As a Dice affiliate, we are proud to partner with Die Hard Dice to bring you only the best in shiny click-clacks. Click-clacks? What is... Ow. You can check their ever-growing collection over at dieharddice.com and use the link below to get 15% off. You're putting this all on me? I better get a cut.
Hey, hello everyone. We're Saturday and we're back with, whoops, morning in the wrong place.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm going to fix that in a sec, but hey, hello, I'm Simon at Wandering DM and I will be the fates for today's game. This is, of course, Scion, Birth of the New Gods. We are in Session 45, y'all.
Oh.
It's been a while, and our baby godlings are now full-fledged demigods. Also, I didn't see it because I haven't been looking at the cams the whole time, but Lynn and I are wearing the same
I thought
thing.
about that. I just realized that.
And we did not
We
check
did not,
in with
no.
each other.
Some of us didn't get the color, the flannel memo.
Yeah, listen, it gets chilly, it's fall, it's flannel time. But yeah, before we recap everything that happened, because we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we'll do like a bit of a longer recap to make sure that we all remember like all the little details that happened. Let's go around the table. We are missing a player today, who's just going to be probably like JD, forgotten by the GM. But we'll make sure that Kieran has
And
a
the
share of
cast.
food, and everyone basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, is JD here with us?
JD who? Oh, that JD.
I mean, that's the thing. He's so laid back that he reclines away from people's notice.
He's competing with Bigfoot for the hide and seek championship of the world.
That's it.
I'm just glad he doesn't hate us for constantly forgetting he's there. So
No, because it's also me who's
I
forgetting.
think it's also
that.
every time. I think it's also every time that JD like pipes up, we yell at him a little bit. It's like
There's also
we do.
just
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go around the table. We'll start with the person who's by herself on the top of the overlay for today. Renee, hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm Renee. I'm very good, and I'm here to play Scion with my friends. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character Morning, who is the daughter of the Morrigan.
And on the other row of the overlay, we'll start with the person at the outer end of the overlay, because we'll finish with the person at whose family's house we're having a dinner. So let's start with Robert. Hi, hello, how are you?
Hey everyone, I'm Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye, and I am playing Finbar O'Dubda, folklore and literature professor, but also child of Ogma out of the Celtic pantheon as well.
And last but not least, the person whose family you're gonna have to introduce the group to, or we'll see. There's a lot of pressure on Lynn's shoulder today. Hi, how are you?
Oh, good. Oh, well, that's a heck of a thing to know going in, but we'll do our best. But yeah, I'm Lynn, Shive, and I am playing Higa, she, her, daughter of Inari, and a full-time godling, because guess what happens when you miss? She's no longer in college, because when you miss a year, they tend to like you're gonna fail. So full-time godling.
Yep. I mean, might not be so bad.
I mean, it's not so bad. We can generate $10,000 a day. So I mean, that's not.
You
so bad.
are a lot richer since you dropped out of college. I'll just say.
Yeah. If only. If only.
But yeah, so the game, as far as we're concerned, the events, we'll start at the point where you became demigods, where you slew the creature that you've come to call the Balrog, and freed the Irish underworld, the gardens, from utter annihilation. You made your way back to Earth to realize that your home, this lodge by the lake, magical place that was made by Champa, the son of Winnie, had been thoroughly trashed, infiltrated. Things were stolen. A lot of the magical objects had been stolen. Again, done by none other than this man you once trusted, Yoshi, and his own band of Scions. They've also captured Nemain, Finbar's pupil, star student, and right-hand woman in everything Scion related, all the searches that he's done throughout the years to find out, more about your condition and how many of you there are in the world. You found Winnie hiding with Chapa's family back at her apartment. The whole, the old hiding in plain sight type of thing. you learned over the course of these, let's say, few hours, maybe a day of panic, that for some reason Kieran was there when the house was trashed. Kieran wrote a letter that was, burnt in Winnie's trash, that the only word you could make out of it was Morning's name. Kieran has been running the company, Queensguard, for a while now. Well, for a year, the whole time you were missing. Except you know that Kieran has been with you all along. You're Kieran, so to differentiate between the two of them, right? We have real Kieran, we have fake Kieran. Real Kieran has been locked out of his bank accounts, lost his home, almost everything save for his cell phone plan. That's still going. Everything else, the names were changed, the accesses were changed. He lost everything. Finbar, through a text message, was also taunted. Oh wow, several times. You had a conversation with the main that didn't last very long. Mostly a conversation with Professor Morgan, who seems to take delight in torturing Finbar from afar. You know more or less where she is, but you would need some of your powers. You have the ability for it, but it seems that fate so far hasn't been kind enough to help you out. As in, y'all didn't get any momentum. Once you came back on Earth and, had some time with Winnie, reassured her that you were all still alive. Dee called her mom, reassure her she was still alive. And that's where we are now. Elizabeth Higa invited you all for dinner. She even invited Michelle, Dee's college friend, and I think has been friend for a while, if I remember correctly, even before college.
Yeah.
She's been fate-bound by the revelation that her friend, who she hadn't seen for a year, was in fact some sort of mythical being. And that's where we're gonna pick back up. We had that one little mysterious scene last time as you were eating this robe-wearing androgynous individual watching you from afar and disappearing. But we'll pick up our game during that whole situation. Across the street from where that mysterious individual was are the 5 of you. 5 divine beings. Along with Michelle and Elizabeth. No, wait. Yes, Elizabeth's your mom.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dr. Higa. As she brings to the table just plate after plate of food for you to eat. I'd say about the first 10 minutes. Unless you do something or you say something. Your mother will not speak. Your Michelle won't speak either. But after a good 10 minutes, Elizabeth asks you a question you might have dreaded. She says, so very matter-of-factly, actually. So, Dee, What have you been up to?
We'll explain. I think I'll for roughly a time. She will go over pretty much like what happened that last adventure, because I don't think it's been necessarily that long to her, like what happened, but like just like the whole thing with like the underworld, the Balrog, and stuff like that. It's like we're here, and then I don't know. I think more happened here than what happened with us. I mean, it's only been like a day or two. As much as like almost getting killed by a fire demon isn't happening.
Your mom is able to mask her worry towards you, but you can see in her face as you recount your adventures that she would have probably preferred you to stay home, to have stayed home this whole time.
Yeah, that makes two of us, I guess. You know.
But she ends up saying, you know, your father never told me anything about what he did.
Really?
I ended up discovering what was going on. You know, for a long time, I thought he was just silly, but I thought he was cheating on me. I mean, you know, when you put things in perspective, it would have been the least strange thing he could have done.
God is not necessarily the first thing that you would think when things are weird.
It's just the way he spoke of everything. I thought he was... Well, for the longest time, I thought he was a farmer. You know, tended to things and grew things and he used like a very strange vocabulary when you think about the fact that he was talking about us humans. But he was always gone from sun up to sundown. Always busy. But I could never ask him exactly what he was doing. Are killing fire monsters just the par?
You know, she'll look at everyone else. It's like, I mean, we don't know. I mean, we've just been kind of doing it as we go. No one's necessarily told us what any of what we're supposed to do. We just kind of have to deal with things as they come, right?
As far as we know, madame, we're hoping things like this are the exception, not the rule. We don't know for sure. I can't make any guarantees, but I know for my sake, I hope it's the exception.
JD, who until that point had been stuffing his face, if you've ever seen Dragon Ball, do you remember how Goku eats?
Yes.
That's basically JD at the moment.
Good.
Just, oh, no.
Excellent. Great.
And with
Great
like
time.
mouth half full, he's like, I used to do a lot of killing. These young ones, less so. It's not everyone's wheelhouse, you know? I hunted. Yeah, that's what I did. Your husband was a farmer, I was a hunter. Like a hunter-gatherer, kind of. He looks at everyone. Well, I mean, and he points to Morning. I mean, in the killing department, she's very good. So that's probably her thing, but yeah, like Finbar said, we're not You have to take it a day at a time. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. By the way, this is very good food, and he starts eating it.
I love it.
Pays the hostess the ultimate compliment by keeping on eating.
He might not have a whole lot of points in social stuff, you know.
Oh boy.
Elizabeth asks then, okay, but if you were a hunter, you were a... She points to Morning. She looks at Morning. A killer? I mean, I've seen the
A what?
sword. I'm trying to wrap my hand
Yeah,
around what it is that you all do. Are you the one that kills the fire things?
Yes. I would not call myself a killer, but I can kill things. Monsters.
Yeah,
Looks
we're-
at
We're
D.
very good at she's very good at defending people.
Yes. I
If it
can
comes to
s-
fighting, do it, but just it's protective.
I can
Killer-
swing the big sword. I can. Swing it good.
She'll look at JD. It's like killer is maybe not the right word.
Warrior. I'm
Yes.
a
Yes.
warrior queen.
A queen. And it's echoed by Michelle. More as a question, a queen?
Ideally.
And she looks at D. Are you also a queen? Do I have to have manners?
No,
Etiquette? The whole thing?
I mean not around me. No. Just
Wait,
I don't think I have that sort of title. I don't think.
but... Okay,
I
You're
also
all-
can't fight. I can't do what Morning does. That's not necessarily my thing. Someone gets hurt, I make sure they don't die. That sort of thing.
You support us excellently.
Thanks. I yell at people a lot.
your mom just looks at you and says, so you're a doctor?
I mean, healing. I don't think I'm the out of college thing would definitely say that I am not a accredited one, but I can sort of heal people. Which makes the degree kind of
Utterly useless.
useless considering that I can just do it naturally, I guess.
You can see the pride in Elizabeth's face. Because, her daughter, despite everything, despite what you told her about the monster and everything, you chose... Well, she doesn't quite understand how fate works, but to her, you chose the path of...
It sounds a lot more like honorable and kind of grateful, considering the actual scene that we were fighting. It was just me and Kieran just basically screaming at this thing until it got real confused.
Well, I mean, there's also the, you choking and bringing down the monster with vines and such, and...
Yeah.
I mean... Doctor. But then Michelle asks a question that... Well, I don't know how it'll resonate with you, but she says, so if you are all gods, does that mean we have to pray? Do you need offerings? How does it work?
Look at the rest. It's I think Dee is gonna kind of just shrug her shoulders a little bit. It's
I have Twitch followers. I think I still have Twitch followers.
Do you still have?
Oh, you're
them?
on Twitch?
I
She
should
gets her
go
phone
find
out.
Also, it's like I think that, like
Your mom knows Twitch.
yes.
Wow.
We are still kind of new
Oh,
to all of
no.
this ourselves. It's probably as most thoughts towards the divine in theologies and orthodoxies and such go. There are probably some aspects of that that might apply to us. They might not. We don't know. We're just newly entering into this phase that we're not even totally aware of. I'm certainly not going to be walking around carrying an offering plate to pass around or anything like that by any stretch, of the imagination. So not looking for those kind of things per se. As far as the prayer thing and all that, that might be as easy way. That might be our version of how to chat, of a chatting app, so to speak, only going more the divine route, so to speak. I don't know. We'll find. We're learning as we go.
Elizabeth would add that, these Inari, and this is probably one of the rare times you've heard her mention your dad by name.
Mm-hmm.
There was never any reverence. I mean, once I knew, he never asked for anything. He felt, well, he felt like one of us, except very, very sad. I think he knew he wouldn't be able to stay and see his little daughter grow up. In fact, he didn't see her at all. When I went into labor, I couldn't find him anymore. And in that little bit of silence, the only thing you can hear is JD still stuffing his mouth. He has the appetite of, like, an elephant.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of food, so there won't be like excess amount leftovers, I guess. So that's good.
No, and your mom can always make some more. So, now that you're back, Michelle says, what happens? Because, I mean, I haven't given it a lot of thought, but there are a lot of religions in the world, but none of them have ever, physically touched their god. Or gods. And she just, like, extend a hand to just poke your shoulder. So, you can, like, how's that gonna work? Because, I mean, this is all kinds of complicated. You can disprove everything, and you're, sorry, Miss Higa, you said Inari? Like the Japanese?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tails and everything.
Very
So-
pretty tails.
Okay, but like if that one's real, then like, and she looks to the others, so that means your parents are also.
Yes, we are all, to recoin the phrase, children of the gods.
Um, ha- d- but like people have to know. People have to know that.
Do they?
Well, D, you said you could, you naturally you can heal. I mean, the five of you. Simon was going to say the four of you because I forgot JD again in my own mind.
Oh, no.
The five of you, you can like fix the world.
I think how things work for us is that there are certain things that we can do, and there's certain things we can't do. Working within our area is what we're supposed to do. I think fate is stronger for us, and just doing whatever we want. We can't really do.
So wait, you mean to say that you don't have free will?
We have free will, but unlike some traditions like the Judeo-Christian with Yahweh, Jehovah, we aren't omnipresent. We aren't omniscient by any stretch of the imagination. We aren't even omnipowerful. We may reach that kind of point in the future. We don't know. But we're just growing in our abilities, and we're, in a sense, we're still learning what we can and can't do, and we're finding out that, as with to steal the phrase from the great writer of the comics, with such powers comes responsibilities, and we're learning that everything does not happen in a vacuum.
Like a butterfly effect.
Yeah,
In
kind
a
of.
sense.
Huh. That's gotta suck. Like you have the power to end world hunger and you can't do shit about it. Sorry, Miss Higa. You can't do anything about it. Like, that's not fair.
Well, it's just like in the study of physics, the different Newtonian rules. For every action, sometimes, or we find an equal and opposite reaction. Or as the Eastern cultures, and forgive me if I quote this wrong, being the Western European that I am, you have the yin and the yang, correct? Always, again, working either in sequence or against each other and all that. I don't claim to understand it. That's just what I know. And if I've misquoted it, please correct me now and forgive me now.
Elizabeth just smiles a bit and she goes, I don't know much about all that religious crap. I've never like it's a history thing for me. But I guess I should have paid more attention in class because apparently it's not a history because it's real. And you're right here. That's where again JD would put the food down. But he's going to address D directly. Kind of like keeping his voice a bit lower. See what's happening to your friend right now? imagine this at the scale of a city or a country
Mm-hmm.
or the world. See how messed up this is? That's part of the reason why I stopped. You're torturing the poor girl. You don't mean it. None of you here mean it, I hope. Can't speak for Kieran, but our very existence messes up their whole understanding of the universe. And you know where that leads.
For just for sake of convenience, can he be like next?
Yeah, we'll say he's like next to you.
She'll kind of like tilt over and like only like that he can hear.
Mhm.
You have your way of doing things. I have mine. Okay. I've seen you know how everybody lives, but you know what? If it comes to that, it'll come to that.
Okay. Hands off, I got it. Food is delicious, Miss Higa. And he's gonna
I just give him a look. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
But you can see him from time to time from this point on, like, dart between you and Michelle and even the rest of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom would break another silence by asking you, so what's next?
I mean, we have to find. She'll look at Finbar and think we have to find where they've taken her, right?
That her and the rest of the Scions that we know that exist. We need to find where they are. They appear to all be being held conveniently in one location that we need to identify.
Yeah. We should also try and find out what's up with this second Kieran, just so that Kieran can get, the identity stuff back.
And for all we know, they may be linked.
Well, for the sake of things, Kieran says, I think we could go after the main first. I mean, it's not like fake me is gonna disappear in a day.
Does anyone else feel like maybe they're connected?
I mean, they probably are. As much as I'd like it to be two separate things, they're probably one big thing, and that's probably going to be a big problem.
I don't know that it is as easy as we go find Nemain when I'm not sure we have a lead. Sorry, Finbar, if that's wrong. I think Nemain is top priority. I just don't know what our next
for me
step.
I'm struggling to keep my emotions from affecting my thoughts on and trying to figure out what is the best way to approach this.
No, let your emotions play a part. My emotions played an entire part in how we ended up in the garden, and now a whole year has passed. So you have every right.
I can't help thinking that what's happening with Kieran might be connected, but I'm not sure if we go there first or we try to find where she and the rest of them are.
Kieran.
Mhm.
Give a very like heavy wink towards our Kieran.
We were muted for half a second,
Oop.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
or like a couple,
I-
I think 2 minutes or something.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
All right, rewind.
Basically, we have the next step. We're going to go after Professor Morgan, or at least try to find the main. We're gonna get some sleep.
By going to Kieran's apartment, or fake Kieran's apartment address, because that is the lead that we have, and we all have a gut feeling that they are connected. And Finbar, as much as his emotions are ruling in decision making, he also feels that that is the wisest next step, and that the men will not be hurt in the meantime. Did I cover everything?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I said, the last thing I said was, let's get some sleep, and then tomorrow we can go to Kieran's apartment, our good friend Kieran. And then I give a big, heavy wink towards our actual Kieran, who is here with us.
Kieran seems enthused at the prospect of finding more out. Elizabeth says
we all
she'll
want to know.
yeah, she'll pack up whatever leftover is left over for you guys.
Not much, because somebody ate all of it.
He's a growing demigod.
Is he?
I think I'll let you four go there. I actually have to figure out what my whole situation is anyway.
Understood.
I think I'm gonna
If we
get
need
myself an
you,
apartment.
if we need you, we will call upon you.
Sure, or
and we
you'll
may
come
need
rip
you-
me out of my home like you did the first time.
Semantics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably still there.
Yeah, it's just kind of far away, and I don't have those fancy, travel powers. I'll just grab some place here. I'll figure something out. But don't worry about me. Surviving in anywhere with nothing is something I kind of had to get good at. And yeah, if you learn anything about fake Kieran, I'm also kind of curious. And he will bid all of you good night. Leave. Michelle would also, not so long after, she volunteers to help clean up, but your mom, Dee, just will not have it. So
Yeah. I think Dee will, when Michelle leaves, will give her a hug and just say, you know what, this just keep things as it is. Just think of it as like superhero thing. That's the easiest way, and just it gets rid of the weird like worship stuff.
yeah, I guess that's like a better way of putting it.
Yeah. So I mean, once we get back, we'll definitely, once we figure this out, definitely we'll hang out again, depending on what fate wants us to do. But I would really love to. It's been a while. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I don't know what fate wants, but I mean, yeah, it's not the boss of you.
Yeah. I just don't want any surprises. Like, I just don't want any surprises like, oh, you've been gone for a day. Oh, it's been a year. Things.
Well, I'll keep in touch. And she like
Same.
waves her phone.
Yeah. You should also, just easier way too is to get update on mornings things, so you can get. There's a lot of live streaming that happens.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that.
Oh, you take care. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, you take care too. And she would hug you again.
Yeah.
Leaving the four of you with Elizabeth, unless you wanted to get going as well. Because if you do, I'm gonna have a question for you, the three of you today.
Mhm.
Where do y'all sleep?
Fuck. Oh no.
Get yourself like a hotel room somewhere, or
At the thought
Yeah.
of that,
Yeah,
I
you know
pull up
what?
my
Yes.
phone, and I'm already, since I'm a professor who does a lot of traveling, I'll have a short list of places to stay, and I'm certain
Oh.
I can pull up something real quick, like on my phone, to make us a quick reservation.
Yeah, if you're looking at just like a normal hotel,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple downtown, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's like a Sheraton, a Hilton, Holiday Inn. You know, the staples. That's not a problem. So it's gonna be a hotel room. I know money is not an issue. It's more the where you were, and are you all together or separated?
Do you all want separate rooms, or some of you want to bunk together?
Oh, I meant more like separated by a bit more distance than just rooms in a corridor.
Nah, I mean,
Okay.
we should probably stay decently like close. I think.
Yeah.
Because if we're just gonna get up in the morning and like go to the place, we might as well just pick the same building, or the same establishment, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, money not being an issue, we'll gloss over this.
Yeah.
You pay for the
Put
best
it on the corporate
rooms.
card.
Yeah. Best rooms that they have to offer. Suites, all of you.
Mhm.
And you spend a good night, well, for the first time in a little while, outside of a magical place.
It's weird.
And yeah. Well, I mean, you were probably used to just having to think of something and have it appear. Doesn't work that way anymore.
No.
Finding the remote for the TV is actually a challenge. Because you have to physically...
Actually, I don't. I can just, actually, for me, it's
What?
not. I can just like look at it.
Yeah, you can ask the TV. Just, hey, stop.
Channel 12.
And
If we need food, we gotta go order some more. If we have food.
but yeah, you spend a quiet night. Sun rises the next morning, and up at the first crack of dawn, are our four godlings. What now? I assume we'll be, either in one of your rooms, planning, away from what would be prying ears if you were in the lobby or something.
Finbar would have been up fairly early as soon as the breakfast was available downstairs. Get it, whatever kind of breakfast bar or thing they had set up. Get himself a full plate full, maybe two, and bring it upstairs.
Yeah, it's like the whole
to the room.
What do they call it? Like the continental
Big breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
Big breakfast buffet. He'll probably grab several plates of everything and bring it up so everyone's got something to eat as he waits there. He'll wait there in the room for everyone.
Lukewarm eggs and all that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kieran asks, are we doing this? we just bust in the front door?
I mean,
Yes.
have the door let us in. We look around. I think that's. I mean,
Or do we just appear in the living quarters, so to
I mean,
speak,
we have Kieran.
yeah.
and give them a big surprise?
And what do we do if he's
If
here?
he's home.
Then we ask
Well,
questions.
then. Someone will have some
I
explaining to do.
A big sword. I'd
Okay.
kind of like him to be here.
Yo, I
But I'm
have a
not-
question for him, but you can go right ahead with the sword.
I won't kill him until we can ask questions. I'm not a killer.
You just use the word kill.
I know, that's what I said I wasn't gonna kill.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not a killer. Just a
Yes,
warrior.
we need to.
Thanks,
We need-
Thanks, JD, for putting this in Morning's head. Now, thank you very
You're finding
much.
a complex.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Let's make sure we get all of our questions answered before we do anything too deleterious to him. Besides, I plan on saving my head cracking for somebody else.
I mean, this sounds foolproof. I mean, we have Kieran right here, and we have. I mean, we can get in. So.
Well, if all else fails, we can just catch him by surprise and appear at the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do this. And you make your way. Well, quick question. I'll wager the four of you will make your way to Kieran's apartment. The new apartment, not the one that real
Yeah, not
Kieran,
that
you know, got kicked out of, evicted.
Yeah,
because
not that one.
didn't pay for
Yeah.
it. The new one, which was like sort of a penthouse, I believe, in a different country.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you get there? And also, you bring the horse with you.
I mean, always, right? Always bring midnight.
Because like that's the big question right now is he lives rather far away in Stockholm.
Oof.
So like
How far is that?
I think 5-6 hours by plane.
yeah.
Cool.
We're talking you're going from, New England to Sweden.
Oh yeah, we
Wow,
don't have
being
have
unable
access.
to teleport back to the
shit.
lodge is
God,
really
fuck.
just like kicking us in the knees, huh?
We don't have
Mhm.
that. Shoot,
Yeah.
we don't have that. We don't have that doorway thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do any of you have any powers that would allow them to,
Mm.
or do you do the unthinkable and take a plane?
Let me take a plane.
I could take a plane. Should I have some powers as a somewhat liminal demigoddess? Yes. Do I? No.
Yeah.
But that could also be because I'm not great at keeping my character sheet up to date.
Well, it mostly depends. Let me check. All of your. I don't think the minor miracles would work.
Would count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. In this case, it's very much a
Oh shit! Maybe I do have something.
Oh,
Oh?
Oh, what do we find?
I'll put it in the thing. How do I put this in the thing?
so you might have to copy paste it.
Happy face. Okay. I have Trailblades as one of my knacks.
Imbue for scale when creating a path, doorway, or passage that others can cross. This might be a road that leads to another realm, a literal door through an impenetrable wall, or a gate big enough for a titan.
Would that be something that we could use? I mean, otherwise we're gonna take a plane.
It might actually work. Let me just grab Trailblaze.
It just has to be big enough for a horse.
Wait, why isn't it there? It's a knack or a boon?
It's a knack, I think.
It's a knack. Okay.
Yeah, it's a knack. It's a
Let me
boon.
just
I don't
check
think I have any.
them
I only have
knacks.
three boons. I think he what's up, man.
Those are bird
Big.
rights.
Yeah,
We don't want bird rights.
we're at.
Oh.
Wait, we're at 5 boons now.
Yeah. Yes. Unless you bought some more.
No, I haven't. I have not bought more, but I also haven't
not-
picked
I
the
see.
last one yet. I have Holder in here.
I have
Okay,
three.
okay.
I have 3. I should have more then. I should have more boons than
I've
I
got my
have.
5 boons.
I need more boons.
Sometimes I'm bad at keeping up on this character sheet.
So
A
that
lot
would
of
be
knacks.
a liminal.
Yeah.
Enforcing the boundary, the long road to anywhere. Step sideways. What? 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 It's not there.
What?
What?
Trailblaze.
It's not a boon. It's not
Is
a
it
knack.
boon? Is it? What is
Oh,
a
it
boon?
Well, let me check. What are
It
your...
does say imbue,
It
which
says-
implies maybe.
Oh! Yeah, no, your knacks are... okay, I see what the sheet did. Your knacks are on the left column, I believe. Oh, no, because the boons are under... What?
The knacks are right
Is it
above
a
the
boon?
boons.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
a boon?
But I think it might
there
be
a
a
boon?
boon. That's why
it a
I'm
boon?
gonna... But your...
Because you have callings and knacks, and then you got purviews, boons, and birthrights and columns next to each other.
Oh, because it might be a wild boon.
Oh, it might be what? Oh.
Because you have access to the wild purview, so...
Is
Let
it-
me
yeah.
just... Overgrowth was one of them. Lay of the Land, Call of the Wild.
Yeah, I've got lay of the land.
Which book was
It's
that?
a boon.
Where are you?
Wild. Casual Miracles. Nope. Nope,
Miracles you can do for
neither.
wild.
Hmm.
Quickest path through.
So no, it's gotta
No.
be a knack then. It's in the liminal, but I think I got it. Trailblaze. There you go. Yep. So for some reason the PDF didn't want to find it. It's a demigod knack. Yes.
Yeah. I think it was a new one. Or what? The new
Gotcha.
It is indeed a
Gotcha.
new one. And you need to imbue for scale. So in this case, you're a demigod, so the scale's not going to be that big. I would say, okay, so what would say is, how quickly do you want to get there? I'll explain. If you imbue 3 points of legend, you can get there in 6 hours. No, sorry. If you imbue 1 point of legend, you can get there in a day. 2 points, 6 hours, 3 points, instantaneous. You're muted, I think.
Uh-oh. We still can't hear you.
Yeah, lost sound.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, oh.
Is it video?
It says that you're using your voice mod virtual audio device. That's your default microphone, which should be the one that you were using earlier anyway. No, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
Oh, can you just refresh the page? Come back, come in. Sorry, everyone.
Technical difficulties.
I should have like the little card
We are
that
currently
goes up.
experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
That was static. I don't know if anyone could tell.
I figured so that or
Fully worked.
the old
Is that better?
you know,
There she is.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
it
a
is.
podcaster.
I don't know what that keeps doing.
Hey, we can hear you again.
Good. What was the second option for that?
So it's 1, 2, or 3 in Legend.
Yeah. What's the second
And
one?
second one would be getting there in 6 hours. So for 2 points of Legend, it's basically you can cross a threshold and you get there, but for some reason it'll take the same amount of time, almost, that it would take for you to take a plane. Like, you'll just step in, but 6 hours will have passed. Might not be an issue going there, might be an issue coming back.
It would be nice to have midnight with us if things are gonna be bad or we have to like run. So I'll take the 6 hour one. So we'll arrive at the time that we should have gotten there, but
Yep.
without having to figure out what to do, try to secure passage for a Pegasus unicorn.
Yeah.
And
And no layover delays.
so it's 6 hours more. Okay. Stockholm is 6 hours ahead. So
Yeah.
basically, if you leave in the morning, we'll say you leave at like 10 a.m. You know, breakfast is done, you've packed up everything, you made sure of your stuff. You would get there for 6 p.m.
Okay.
No, because it's plus 6 hours, so you would get there for
Yeah.
at
7,
midnight.
Late. Yeah.
We'd get there at midnight.
Good.
That said, you get to choose when you imbue for scale with Trailblazer. It doesn't need to be just the threshold of a door. Like, what does it look like? Your Trailblaze.
I want to. You know what? Keep for theming. It's gonna be like the little like tree thing I have. It's just like it creates like it grows and just creates a doorway it'll go away.
All right, so there's this. You plant a few grains from your bag, and instead of the
Yeah.
Kodama spirit, like it is
Yeah.
a Kodama tree, but
Yeah.
not the
Not
Kodama tree.
the yeah.
And kind of like the Deku tree in Ocarina of Time, you know, it opens its mouth, it goes, and you can step in. In fact, inside the tree, what you see is the it's probably like a I'm gonna say a public square. We're not in the olden days, but it's probably like a one of the like wider streets in the middle of, you know, downtown Stockholm. Because you can already see the streetlights. You can see cars going by. You can see pedestrians. No one sees you. As you enter the tree, it seems to take forever, as if you're walking through molasses.
Mhm.
And then, pop, you are in Stockholm, Sweden.
Dee will take out her phone and just like make sure where we are. It's like, okay, good, right place.
Yep. You can smell
miss
the
the
water
doorway.
nearby. everything is like the place where you appear. You've got a few hotels around you, but it's all the buildings are painted vivid colors. It's red and orange and green, white.
Mhm.
It looks very, very lively. And then you hear a few gasps as pedestrians, did not see you appear out of thin air and almost bump into you.
Now there's a horse.
Yeah, they like take a few steps back. Shocked, surprised. Some of them, of course, they shout things back in Swedish at you. I was gonna make an enemy of all Swedes right now because I was gonna do the Swedish chef, but
Oh
They-
no! Oh no!
that's the only Swedish I know. But yeah, if any one of you can
The
understand,
quotations appreciated.
yeah.
Let's see. With my tongue of the bard,
Mhm.
do I understand what they're saying?
Good chances that yes, you do. I think you do have a power that lets you like understand
I think
everything.
I've got a power that lets me understand. Yeah, omniglot translation. Here we go. I'm never stumped by any. Let's see. I can turn out translations in my native languages.
Yeah, without a trace of an accent. You're a
Yeah. So I can. What do I hear them saying?
basically they're saying like, "Hey, you watch where you're going. What the fuck is this? What are you?"
Nice.
I'll reply in their native tongue that we are just here, we are just travelers, we are enjoying the sights of your fair city. Sorry to inconvenience you, and I will motion for us to keep moving.
There's a few that hear you. Like the first person that you say that to, the one who is like, "What the fuck? What are you doing in the middle of the way?" They're a little stumped at your flawless Swedish. But there's a few other in the periphery that you can hear like, "Ah, fucking tourists." They automatically assume like you're the you're a guide or something or a friend, and they're all, especially with like the age
And I'll start
difference.
making hand motions as if I'm doing the tour guide thing, and pull out a little pamphlet out of my pocket as if I've got my little tour guide book with me and I'm pointing out everything to people.
So, of course, fake Kieran's apartment or condo / loft anyway is nowhere near the like touristy area. You have to go more into like the newer parts of town. Stockholm being a very old city.
Right.
There are like sizable new developments with high-end modern apartment complexes, though they all look roughly the same, same architectural style and all that. You can see through most of their tall windows, many of which are bereft of curtains or blinds. The exterior might all be look-alike, but the interiors are vastly different. Like, there's a lot of customization, of personal, like the personal touch of everyone. And as you approach Kieran's apartment, you get a glimpse. Most of the curtains are drawn in his, but you get a glimpse of the inside, at least of one room. It's a lot of grays, a lot of black, a lot of shiny silver. It screams rich bachelor.
look over at Kieran. No.
I think everybody's like, is that like? I think we all have the same question. Like, is that how you live? How you live?
What?
I look to see what Kieran's reaction is when
Yeah.
when he sees it.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask. Kieran will reply, but we're gonna cut to break, and we'll ask
Like,
Hannah
we'll save our
next week.
judge.
Yeah. So stick around, everyone. We'll just take like a few minutes. We will be right back. Hello. So, Stockholm. Apartment of one fake Kieran. You find yourself in front of this building, like I said, kind of cookie cutter, kind of looking very similar than everything else around. This one is on a street corner, however, so you can definitely see that some of the better placed apartments are lucky enough to have like an entire bay window that gives onto the corner itself. Kieran's apartment being one of those. When you walk into the lobby, the door to the lobby is fine, it's unlocked. Of course, there's another door leading to the stairwell or the elevator. That one is locked. But you look at the buzzers, and there is a C. Kearney that lives here.
Do we dare hit the button?
Sure.
I reach out.
And the
Yeah.
press,
Oh,
it just goes. "Brrrr."
No answer.
And nothing else.
All right. Doors are locked, I'm assuming.
The door, yeah, the one to get into the building is unlocked, but the one to get to the staircase and the elevator is, of course. It's a,
Is
your standard glass door. Could be breakable.
Is it an electronic lock?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you
yeah.
have to buzz the person, and the person upstairs just presses a button and it unlocks the door.
I think I have something for that. Let me just double check.
Yeah, I'm checking my stuff
Mhm.
too, because
Just breaking and entering.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, I will. I'll talk. I'll talk to the control slash. Talk to the intercom thing. The lock.
It is.
Yeah. I'll be like, we really need to get in there to get to the bottom of certain things. So if you wouldn't mind just unlocking for us.
The intercom replies in like this scratchy voice. Greetings, unannounced guests. I do not think I should open to anyone who isn't known by any of the tenants of this establishment.
I will.
Oh, but we have Kieran Kearney.
Yeah. I'll just like Kieran, come here. Talk to this. Just
Kieran.
say some words.
What?
Just say some words to this thing.
What do I say?
I'm the only because I can just say like I live in this apartment. I need to be buzzed in.
Yeah, just be honest, Kieran.
Yeah.
You're so good at that.
I live in this apartment. I need to get buzzed in. I forgot my key or something. I don't know what kind of accent was that.
See,
So compelling.
Can
he
you?
lives.
well, the
in
voice
there,
print
so-
should match.
Yeah.
It should.
It did. So what I'll say is, I'll give you enhancement 1 on your check. But
Okay.
can you still make a manipulation and subterfuge
Excellent.
roll for me?
For subterfuge. Good.
And we're looking at 3 successes. What the hell? The 6 successes, the intercom just goes, "Oh, all of my apologies, dear Mr. Kearney. I did not figure that you had guests. Here, let me get the door for you." And not only does it buzz, but the door, like, opens itself.
Wow.
I'll to Kieran.
Thank
I'll be
you.
like, See, you're very persuasive.
Why did that? Then he'll just follow along.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And I look to Kieran and say, "Did you note that it said that it was surprised that you had friends? I don't know if that's a good sign or not."
I mean, I don't think fake Kieran has any friends. I don't even know the guy. I don't even know what he does in his my life. You get in stairs or elevator. Also, I'll assume that Midnight stays outside.
I mean,
Yes,
It's very hard to get a horse to climb up the
it's the
stairs.
stairs. Yeah, it's the stairs.
Plus, we don't know what the pet policy is for this place. I don't unless we can pass it. It's your support horse.
Yes, it's my guide horse.
this is the problem.
Your
with the
emotional support horse.
This is when the paladin wants to just go with their horse, their mount everywhere. It's like my thing.
So, stairs or elevator? That's my question.
I guess how big is the elevator? Will
I mean, the elevator can fit like 6, 7 people for sure.
Mm.
At 6 people, you're gonna be a little tight, but you know.
Yeah.
However, when you do go inside the elevator, press the button for the last floor, the top floor, and it doesn't do anything. You notice that there is a magnetic keycard swipey thingy. Magnetic card reader on there. Kind of like in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
More security, Kieran says. It's like he doesn't want us to go in.
Yeah, more reason to get up there.
I imagine it's time to put your key to use, perhaps.
Boy, I don't think it's not a person.
Oh, that's true.
Let me just check. Yeah, I need to remember what the... Because when you all became demigods, you had the opportunity to increase your relics. So... it gives ephemera now. It acts as the boon ephemera. Yeah, no, it remains an illusion. So against the machine, it's not going to do anything.
Alright, it was an idea.
Can't you just talk to it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to it if that didn't work. So yeah, I'll ask the same thing with the door, just to let us up to the floor that we need to.
And you actually don't get any answer. Not that the spirit doesn't want to answer you, but you realize that thing doesn't have a spirit.
Do we take the stairs then?
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, there's certainly something here. There's no spirit in there, so yeah, I'll take the stairs. If I can do something if we badly need to get into it, but for time's sake, we can probably just take the stairs.
You walk up the stairs to the last floor. So this building is like 7 floors. I'm sorry, it's 7 floors.
That's not bad.
So you walk up the stairs, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, blah, 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 blah. You get to the 7th floor, and you get to the landing, and there's no door, it's just a wall. There's like another staircase that would lead to the rooftop. There's a a little chain with a placard on it that says, do not cross, dangerous. There's a fire extinguisher on the wall, but as opposed to every other landing that you crossed climbing up here, there should be a door that leads into the floor itself. It's just not there. You're muted.
Dee's gonna go down the flight of stairs, and then just take a look at where that apartment is supposed to be on the building. It exists, right?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you saw the window coming in.
It's like, and she's on her phone, like it's still here. It's like there must be. I mean, it's gotta be behind that wall somewhere.
Do you think it's an illusion? Garen asks.
Probably.
Can you do the same thing I can?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I wouldn't be super happy to know that he's an exact clone of me.
It's a little unnerving, but yeah, well, that's why we're here, to get some answers, hopefully.
All right. Could I use my boon, lay of the land, to see if I can? It's one of the things is what's my best escape route, way in, way around. Could I imbue that to try to see where the hidden entrance is?
Love it.
Yep, you can imbue it, and then you can ask me one question.
Okay, I'll imbue some legend on that. I guess I will follow the spells. Just go for the immediately obvious question: where is the entrance to the floor, to this floor, from this stairwell?
So you know that the entrance is right here. You know that for all intents and purposes, it is concealed, but it is here. Now, because of that, because of your lay of the land, you get enhancement 3 on, let's call it a roll to find the secret door.
Okay. So what would I roll for that?
It's a clash of will, so it's against the person who set it up. But in your case, it would be cunning.
Ooh.
And cunning and legend.
Cunning and...
You might have to create a pool yourself.
Might have to what? Create the roll?
The pool, yeah, because I don't think
Okay.
you can do
So
cunning legend right on the sheet, because legend not being
No.
a skill.
So that would be all the legend I have left, not counting the one I'm using to do this, right?
No, the total amount of legend. you
Okay.
have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
a
7.
lot.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure
Yep.
I did this right here.
Whoa.
Come on.
You
Oh,
are
you
going
thing.
to have to beat. The difficulty is 3. So basically, if you
God.
succeed at least one success because of your enhancement, you're good.
D10. Roll 7.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's. Right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Anything above a 7 and over in this case. So 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4, and you get to reroll
4.
the 10.
Okay.
Because
One
if you
more
get
just
5
for
successes, that's a
funsies.
crit. So who knows?
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
go.
oh, again?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. There we go.
nice.
So with a crit on that roll, I'm handing over the GMing reins to you for a spell. So not only do you find the hidden door, but and you get to add something to the scene.
All right. I find where it is, and then I just put both of my hands on it like this, and I'm just going to pretend like it's a door from Star Trek, and I'm just going to push it to the side and create the open and to hold push it open, and then hold it for us to go through.
All right.
After you.
Quick question,
Right.
because you succeeded on that crit. You tell me. Does the door closes automatically if you stop holding it? It's really up to you.
I pull my hand to see if it's going to stay, and because I pushed on it so hard, it's actually going to catch.
Okay, cool. So you all enter, and you don't... So right behind that wall is not the apartment, it's not the loft itself. It's what would have been that little corridor that you would have ended up, the hallway that you would have ended up in had you taken... You see the elevator on one end. This should have been like the emergency exit. There are 2 doors, both against the same wall in front of you. One towards the outer wall of the building, and one kind of in the middle. There's a trash chute in between the 2 of them. And you can clearly see that the door that is closer to the wall is less fancy than the other one. If, let's call it the main door, has like gold filigree on it, and the entire both the frame and the door itself are like lacquered black with gold filigree. The other one is just black, like there's no fancy things on it.
So which one do you think? Do you think the fancy one's the real one, or do you think it's a decoy?
Oh no, I can't hear Lynn again.
Oh, no, yeah, no one can hear Lynn. She's muted. Hello? No, you're muted. We'll do the refresh. I'll answer a question from chat
She's already done
during that time. So they're kind of like epic attributes. For those of you who have played the enhancement I was talking about, for those of you who've played first edition Scion, except that they're not exponential like epic attributes used to be. The enhancement is given by something. It can be a skill check, can be a power, can be whatever. And also, epic attributes still exist, but they are purviews in and of themselves. So it's like your divine parent gives you access to epic strength, gives you access to epic dex, and those have powers, which used to be called knacks before, but knacks are a different thing now. They've kind of separated it so that the curve, instead of going exponential and making it utterly broken by the time you reach demigod, it actually follows like the same progression. Hello, Lynn.
It's doing that.
There we go.
No idea.
Weird.
I have the same issue with my headset mic, by the way. That every time if I mute myself, for some reason I have to change the mic to a different mic every time.
Oh, weird.
In every application, like not just Video Ninja, but Zoom. And
I know, weird thing.
So I look to the rest of the other 3 and say, which do you... So, the fancy door, is it the real thing, or is that a decoy?
I mean, might as well use it. I mean, it could be, if this is a tricky person, it could be, you know. People would choose the regular door, but then the fancy door is a thing, so it's like, you might as well.
All right.
Just
I
be
walk up
careful,
to the...
I guess.
Or should we have Kieran go to the door? So that way, if it does any kind of recognition thing, it'll see
Yeah, maybe that's
your
also
face instead of ours.
Also, if the security thing is fire. At least he'll be safe.
Mhm.
Look at
All right,
Kieran.
Kieran. Let's see if you can let us into your crib here.
All right. He goes to the door, the big one, main one, and before he puts his hand on the handle, he's like, "But shouldn't we also check the other door?"
I'll go to the other one.
I'll go with you just
Just in case, you know.
Yeah.
This could be it. I could see it as this being a decoy.
All right.
Well,
which
we
one
want
do
to
try
listen to
first?
the Kieran Kearney.
All right. So, which door do we try first? That one or this one?
I'll leave it up to you because Kieran isn't here right now. So
All right.
you players,
I'll
which
take-
one?
Hey,
I'll take the
Hannah.
initiative.
Hey, Hannah. What happened? What happened? Like, why is Kieran dead?
All right. I'll take the initiative. I'll try to open the other door.
The other door is unlocked, and it leads to like a storage unit, like that type of storage you would find in well, if you had a house it would be like in a shed, but it could be
Mhm.
when you have a condo, it's like that little room that's
Oh,
like
okay, yeah,
adjoining
yeah,
your
yeah.
garage or something.
Mhm.
It's here.
Weird.
It is unlocked. It looks pristine inside.
Nothing in it at all.
Empty.
There is a bucket and a mop. There is
Bucket
a
and what?
broom, a mop. Sorry,
Okay.
bucket and a mop. There's a broom.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small toolbox, like plastic toolbox from Home Hardware. It almost looks like the default. You know, you buy it and it comes with like the 3 screwdrivers, the hammer, the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's never been opened. There's a oh, what's the other thing? There's a tire pump for a bicycle, and there is one spare bike tire, like hooked on a nail on the wall. It looks very, very without a roll. You can see this as being. This was placed here so people could take pictures, like, you know, to put on Zillow or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I go to the tire. I want to press on it to see if it actually has any air in it, or if it's sitting there so long that it's all leaked.
It's been
That's
sitting
all
there
seeped
so
out.
long. Yeah, no, it's you can squeeze it easily. It's
Yeah, it's there for show. All right. It's made to look like it's here for storage and as a tool room or something like that.
and it's
All
not
right,
that
Kieran.
deep either. By the way, it's really like
Yeah.
a water closet.
I'll pick up.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the toolbox and I will talk to it and ask.
The toolbox doesn't move from the shelf it's on. When you try to pick it up, you realize it's glued to the shelf.
Oh, that's weird. Oh. Is it? Can it open?
Well, there's like a latch at the top, the front,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
it's-
plastic
it's-
latch
it-
that you can.
Yeah. I'll unlatch it.
You remove it. There's a so it's one of those toolboxes, you know, where you have like the drawer you can remove
Yeah.
from inside.
Mhm.
In that little drawer, you have like a couple of like loose screws, screwdrivers. There's a measuring tape, and like a small like pair of pliers.
He's gonna just kind of like take everything out and just kind of like paw inside this thing because it's like it's weird that this thing is like glued to the.
When you
Thing.
lift the drawer,
Mhm.
the drawer lifts. You can see like a tube underneath it. As it does so, it does. And then,
Guys,
and then there's a click,
um,
and the
Found
far
something, I
wall of
think.
the closet just slightly moves outwards, like there was a magnetic lock that you just deactivated.
Interesting.
so
I'll
I
go
think
to the-
I think once she like pulls, she's gonna wait there, maybe. So like she's waiting for that door to like start coming. She's waiting for a trap, basically. Also, just
Yeah.
I
Fortunately
will
enough, there is
pull-
no trap.
Okay, yeah.
I will pull. What I'm going to do for safety, I'm going to pull out my bat and then the knob, and I'm going to take it, hold that out towards the door, and use that to try to pull it open,
Yeah,
just
because
in case
I think
opening
D
it triggers anything.
D is stuck in that like she's holding that position where she heard the
Mhm.
click and just like she's holding. Like, everything okay?
We'll find out as I slowly try to pull the door open using the knob end of the bat to slowly pull it open.
The other side is maybe half the size of this closet. You open the door. It opens inwards, by the way, so you kind of have to almost like step out
Mhm.
a good
Yeah.
like couple of feet. It's all three walls are metal racks filled with weapons. Guns and rifles of all makes and sizes. Some of them, you look at them and they look very state of the art, very. You would expect to see that like in a Hollywood movie, not in real life. Others are very, very much, weapons that you can find. There's like a pair of M1911. There's an AK-47 that looks rather old too. You've got a like two shotguns, one of which is just a good old pump action shotgun, and the other one looks like a hunting shotgun almost. There's a lot of smaller arms than rifles. And there's even one line in that hole, like on those racks, they're just knives, machetes, kukris. No proper sword, but you're getting there.
In looking at everything here, does this look like that this is set up like it's an arsenal, or does it look like it's set up as it's a collection?
No, it looks like it's an arsenal.
Okay, because there's a difference between the look.
Yeah, no. It looks like they are easy to access, and when you start looking at them closely, you notice they are all loaded. And 2 items are missing. From the wall of knives, there are 2 of them that aren't there. Unless Fake Kieran never actually filled out the entire rack, but it seems like there's 2 slots missing.
So someone has these 2 blades for sure. Does it look like there's any missing guns?
No, the guns are all there.
Okay. Well, whoever Kieran's imposter is, he certainly wants to make sure he's well armed.
It's a lot of guns and knives. Oh boy.
Can any one of you roll wits and culture?
I got a full thing in culture.
I can.
Wits?
Wits and
Wits.
culture, yeah.
Wits.
What's wits?
Oh, my
Is that
bad.
intellect?
No, sorry. There's a lot of games with the same system.
Yeah,
Cunning,
I get it.
cunning, and culture.
Okay. I would have a total of 7 in that unless someone has higher.
I have 6, so if you wanted me.
How about you, Renee?
Also 6.
Okay.
I also have proficiency in odd facts.
That could work.
Okay. If you wanted to, go for it.
Good.
4.
Hey.
Hey,
2 10s.
good.
So with 4 successes, especially you, Morning, as the warrior queen, you seem to know a lot of random facts about weapons
I do.
that might have either seeped through your consciousness through just who you are, or it's stuff that you've looked up online. But they
think it's
have
that
some
at this
rather
point.
strict laws about weapons and guns.
Yeah, I
in
don't
Sweden.
think a European
Yeah.
king will allow you to have this many guns.
So, well, you would be surprised. You're allowed rather quickly and easily to have hunting rifles.
Yeah, but this is
Mhm.
not. This is like
Um,
it's like assault rifles and shotguns. And
yeah, so you would know, for instance, Morning, that many of the knives that are on display here could be brought on fake Kieran's person if
Hmm.
he's going mushroom picking. So mushroom pickers
Hmm.
can have knives on them. Technically, knives made for mushroom picking, but
yeah,
a Swiss
Mhm.
Army knife is always like in many countries, like that's no problem. But you have like in here, you have like a couple machetes that you're like, yeah, no, that
Yeah.
wouldn't work.
Not you wouldn't be able to carry around a standard buck knife with you or something like that.
Yeah. You also know that there are some weapons that you're allowed to have in your home, so it's not completely illegal in the sense that, as far as the bladed weapons and such, those like he can own them, and
It's
depending
the
on what
everything. It's the everything ever.
Yeah, so technically the hunting guns have to be in a like a special cabinet, which this might count.
I mean, this is.
But then you look at the Kalashnikov and most of the handguns, and you're like, that?
No, you're not. That's not a hunting rifle. That's not a.
Yeah.
That's not a
You're not
hunting
going hunting with that.
However, in Sweden, if you're going target shooting or hunting or whatever, like so long as you
Yeah.
have your license with you, you can have your
Mhm.
weapons with you.
Cool.
So it's not like he's going a little bit overboard,
Mhm.
but
But not
technically,
too terrible.
yeah, it skirts legality.
Okay, I will of course pass all of this on. I'm just like spouting off this like trivia to my party here. And pointing to each one kind of like, oh, and this one, just so everyone is in on
Do
the
you?
information.
Do you
And I'll be using my knack of academic recall to memorize everything that she's telling me.
Yeah. Also, Morning, with those 4 successes, you would know none of these
5,
weapons.
actually, I rolled the 10s again.
Oh, did it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it should have re-rolled. No, it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it re-rolls your 10s now. By the way,
Okay, good.
It
automatically.
re-rolls my 10s now?
Yeah, if you
Yeah, it
look at
did.
the thing in parentheses, you have 8 numbers instead of
Oh.
6 numbers.
This is game changing. I don't
Yeah,
have
I
to
know.
type that in every time.
I know, right?
No,
Yeah.
Wow, roll 20, really coming through.
So, but that said, even with those 4 successes, none of these weapons are mythic. None of them are what you would call, a birthright.
Yeah.
But all of these weapons are brand new, and they bear the touch of the mythical. They're not birthrights,
Ooh.
but they were made by someone who's we'll say master craftsman for now. Master gunsmith.
Oh, cool.
But clearly,
They all
we're
have
not
the touch
saying
of the
master
master's
like
hand.
it's a human that's really good at it. No. We're talking like, child of Hephaestus type thing.
Yeah. They all have the touch of the master's hand on them.
Yeah.
I'll pass that along as well.
I think D is going to just to the room to all assorted weapons. Just can, if possible, can any of you tell me who put you here?
Who Who are you talking to?
The guns.
They answer loudly.
Cool. Great.
It's in your mind, but each syllable sounds like a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
And it just says, "We don't talk to traitors."
Why traitors?
I said, "We don't talk to traitors."
Just in like just regular shit. Like, oh, okay, that wasn't worth it. That's. I would say if you want to take any of the guns, but don't. Nope, the guns are real bad. Do not. I would not take any of them. They called us traitors.
Traitors, you say?
Yeah.
Can I look at if there are any like serial numbers on the guns?
Yes, you may. And then the Jim's gonna have to look in his.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
100%.
So you look at the serial number, and lo and behold, they start with the initial QG,
QG.
as in Queen's Guard.
Queen's Guard.
Cool. Great.
Aha. Yes. Okay.
They're all, if you look at the numbers, and with all of the facts that you know about firearms and such, those are not like regular serial numbers.
No.
Like technically, if let's say the FBI or the Swedish equivalent was to raid this place, like all of these are actually illegal firearms.
Mm-hmm.
So those are serial numbers.
Well, they're
more
registered.
Of inventory control numbers.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, great. Good.
Okay.
Cool.
But none of the there weren't any original serial numbers that were filed off. They were made.
These are custom. Yeah.
Custom made.
Right.
Great. Good.
Completely illegal from scratch.
I mean, that's where some of the money went to, I guess. God touch
Well,
me.
I mean,
know
it's a
with the
security company. You would expect
I know it's
that.
a lot. It's in the.
It's just some of
in a
these
home.
weapons
It's
are
in an,
like.
It's a.
Yeah,
Well, it appears.
I mean,
that
we didn't.
our
We didn't.
fake-
We didn't go into the Queen's Guard, headquarters. It's like, oh, they're weapon gear. That's normal. And it's like, no, there's like a arsenal in a house.
So
No, but
it
you-
looks like
you remember-
Queen's Guard's gone into a different subsidiary
Yeah,
business.
because way back when it was Wolf Security, you remember the kind of like werewolves that you fought. Like they did have weapons, but they were like the standard issue what the security
Yeah.
guards would have had for the contract that they were fulfilling wherever they were.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Now we're talking here like Matrix level of we need guns.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, this is a lot.
You're fairly certain, well, Morning can confirm, there's a grenade launcher in here.
Cool. I will take the grenade launcher. No, I do not.
I'll
These
say
what just on for my own curiosity, what is the main like attribute for shooting a gun? Rocket.
for a grenade launcher,
Yeah. Just
your
random
stats and skills would be in this case it doesn't go far enough to use intellect, so it's dexterity and dexterity firearms.
Never touching it ever. It's only 3. She is a danger to herself. So don't give a weapon to the D ever.
But just like everything else, it is loaded.
Good. Great.
Like,
That seems
I mean, the safety is on, but remove that, and you can blow up this entire closet just by mistake.
yeah, these guns are angry also.
If the guns think we're traitors, I'm leaning back towards my time travel theory again.
Well, I guess should we try the other one into the apartment? And we found the weapons. For whatever
Yes.
that means.
Let's go ahead and close this back up.
Yeah, if we need guns, we know where to get them.
Or we know where not to let someone go.
Do not lock someone in this closet. There are guns.
Cranky
door.
guns.
Cranky guns.
Yeah.
When we close the door to the arsenal, does the toolbox thing
No,
go down
you have
on its own,
so you
or do we have to push
so
it down?
the way you realize how it works is when you push the door close, if you move your hand, the door is gonna just swing open. It's a magnetic lock that is only activated when you push the
Okay.
thing back into the toolbox.
Yeah.
All right,
So you hold
so-
it, you push, you're good.
You and I will coordinate getting it back closed then.
A single person could do it. It's made so
Okay.
that you could do it yourself.
Yeah, it's just a lock. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
All right. Kieran, let me see if we can open up that other one.
Kieran has been waiting, like a hand hovering over the doorknob.
Yeah, like we'll
do it
touch
now?
it, like there are a shit ton of guns in there. All right.
Click. Click, click.
Hmm.
Yeah, door's locked.
Gosh dang it. Alright.
Wanna
Do
the
we
honors?
even want to spend the time on this one?
No, I don't think so. I think we're already in. I'm willing to I think she'll Dee will step aside and just like it's time.
All right.
It's time.
I'm
We're
a-
breaking
I'm
in. We're
not
breaking in.
sure
We're
one.
breaking in. Yeah.
I'm done with waiting.
Yeah. We're breaking in. Might as
All
well.
right.
I mean, we're not following the rules for anything. We're already.
I hold one hand up at morning first before she pulls out her sword and say, Dee, be ready to deactivate any alarms that she may trigger.
All right. Yeah. I'm not
I-
I'm not worried about the alarms. I'm worried about that thing. But I'll for any of those reasons. Yes, I'll. She'll step into the other room.
I have
while you're
stepped
waiting.
back to let other people's solutions potentially be the key, and this time sword is key. I'm
Alright.
gonna swing it like right at the lock portion, and the latch of the door.
Like, you mean in like what would be the crack of the door? Or you
I mean,
mean
not
you want to like
exact, not
destroy
that
the entire
precise.
lock mechanism?
Yeah, not that precise. Just like that's the area my strike is aimed for.
Okay. So we'll do like a difficulty 3. Unless you tell me that you do not want anyone to notice that you've broken the lock. Then the difficulty will be
No,
higher.
fuck.
Wait for that
Fucking
shit.
All right
Yeah,
then.
with the sword. That thing's fucked.
So make an attack roll. So strength and melee.
Is this close combat?
Close combat. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Strength and close
Just-
combat.
Just to clarify, since this
Might,
is, I am,
not strength.
I'm fighting a door. Don't worry
Yes.
about it. I already had might in there. No. 1.
Oh
Wow.
no!
So, well,
Wow, the last.
here's your point of momentum, guys.
Hey, we did
All
need
right.
that.
At long last, here's a new point of momentum. However,
Wait,
so
oh,
as you
no.
strike
1 point closer.
the lock, and it
I
fails
did this
to,
for you.
to do anything.
Ah,
You actually hit the lock itself. Like, you can see there's now a groove
great.
in the lock, but because it didn't break it in one go, all the golden filigree that was on the door begins to seep down
What?
like it was melting and snake its way
No.
on the
No,
ground
no.
and begin to
Do not.
wrap
Here we go.
around morning.
Don't say snake. What the?
They're basically golden bands, if you will, that try to restrict you. And we're gonna
Okay.
end on that for tonight. As like the first band squeezes in and forces both your ankles together, and the other ones begin to.
I mean,
So we'll pick back up there next week.
I'm thrilled. Great. Conflict. Problems. Sword did not work.
Sword
Rare- a
almost
time to
rare
get the
occasion.
guns. It's time to get the guns. Oh. Oh no.
I love it.
Ooh, weird gold.
Yep.
We needed momentum. It's okay. This
Needed
is
momentum.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
One more point of momentum will be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's all yours.
I mean, yeah, you do need those 3 points of momentum if you want to find exactly where the main.
Yes.
You got to fail
that-
forward.
That is why I failed.
Yes.
We're gonna fail forward to get there.
You had 10 dice. Like,
So I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you roll like 6 successes on 4 dice. Sometimes the opposite happens. Sometimes.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
also, like, if I'm gonna roll badly on a close combat roll, I'd rather it be against a door.
Door. Yeah, the door doesn't care.
So
oh,
I, like,
no, we
never
forgot.
roll
We
bad.
forgot something. Okay, let's pause for a sec. Your sword gives you a +1 die.
oh, that's
That
true,
isn't
but
rolled by
you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I
because
forgot.
Because if you
that.
on,
roll a
come on.
10,
You're right.
Come
If
on.
Might
if I were
actually-
to
yeah.
happen to roll a
on.
10. Okay.
Roll 10.
I
Damn
did
it!
not.
it's 2
Still close.
successes. Still not enough.
Still.
Nope.
Better.
But you were right. Worth remembering.
So
Okay.
that's where we're gonna end today. Next week,
Damn.
what's going on with that trapped apartment, y'all?
Yeah. What's happening?
But yeah, thank
Oh.
you so much for coming, players. Thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for taking time off of your Saturday afternoon to come play some Scion, where the action is gonna start ramping up
Cool.
with everything happening. But I can't wait. I have a lot of things
Uh-oh.
in store. That's gonna be quite fun. I did not think you were going to go after fake Kieran first, so it's gonna be interesting.
Oh.
Y'all, please, the mic is all yours. Players, tell
Oh,
us
boy.
who you are, where we can find you, if you have anything going on that you want people to know. I will do the same orders we did the intros, and we'll start with breaking and entering expert. Morning.
Wow, I am so good at this. Kieran, why didn't you get your butt over here? No.
And pick the lock. Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, I mean, Kieran could have filmed it. It would have been like, "Welcome back, Kieran's like tied up by these gold things now." It's just
Yeah,
like-
hey, then look what we did while you were gone. No. I'm Renee. I am around on Twitter at RayDeanneR. I've also recently joined Mastodon because I have no idea what's happening with Twitter, and I'm there in dice.camp at RayDeanne. Most of my podcasting, writing, and other various projects like streams do end up on my Twitter account along with pictures of cats. And right now, this is the only stream I have going, and I expect that to kind of last through the end of 2023. But hopefully 2022, whatever year we're in right now. I expect that to last through the end of the year, but hopefully with the coming of 2023, we'll be able to get back into more projects and get involved more.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Yay!
Hawkeye. Or I should say,
Oh.
yeah, I normally use your character names at the end of the show, but Finbar.
That's all right. All right, I'm Hawkeye, or Kentucky Hawkeye. You can find when I'm not here on Saturday afternoons, acting like a demigod. You can catch me on my own channel. Monday nights is family night at the Emporium. My channel is Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium, where my daughter Bonnie and I are doing games. We're currently working our way through the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga series. We've completed part there, or as we're calling it, our quest for the mouse droid, because that's the character she wants us to we want to try to find. So we're working our way through that. Tuesday nights is my Skyrim stream. I'm currently doing an adventure called Bevset, the Glass Lass. She is the often referred to but never seen until now sister of Bellathor, the proprietor of Bellathor's general goods there in Whiterun, who always says when you're trying to buy something there, that if he had a sister, he'd sell her in a second. Well, he did, and she and her companion Inigo are in the process of breaking up the slavery ring that he's a part of in the province of Skyrim. So we're working our way through that adventure. And then Wednesday nights is Grappler's Keep, my WWE 2K22 universe, where numbered DMs, GMs, and RPG players compete in a ring that we lovingly call the Dice Tray. Coming up this coming Wednesday is our next premium live event called The Joust. It's our version of the WWE Survivor Series. It's 4 against 4 elimination tag team matches. Simon and I are on one team going up against Trooper SJP's team. We've announced 2 new members of the Keep for that are going to be competing with us. And Trooper is going to have a new member of the Keep that he's recruited that we don't know who it is yet. We won't know until the actual stream when they come to the ring. So that's going to be interesting. Radianne is on one team as her faction, the Coven's, going up against the Holy Order in one match. And we have 2 other elimination matches as well, and as well as other matches going on there. So having a good time with that. And then otherwise, catch me lurking in your other streams, Cancer Cleric by day and RPG Fanboy by night.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. And last but not least, D.
Hey y'all, I'm Lynn. Gremlin art pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all those places. You can find my art and games I'm playing throughout the weekend. Next time you'll see me is in a few hours at 8 p.m. on Practical Arts Forest Channel, where it is first part of the season finale of Saga Agape's Fortune, where we're in. My bard is not happy because we're in a place that bans magic on pain of death, so it's a fun place. Everyone's having a good time, and I can't wait to see what happens on that. And on Wednesday on Other Doc's channel, it is going to be at 8 p.m. Also, the first episode of our Dune game, where we have a house that is basically a spies and art university. So that should I can't wait. It's be great. I get to play a Mentat, and that should be a lot of fun. And speak of later on in the future on at PAX East, at PAX Unplugged, I'm going to be part of a panel. It is on Saturday, December 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the asexual bard representation beyond tropes. So if you're there, be sure to check that out. So, yeah, can't wait for next time and see what's in this apartment. I'm a little frightened about that.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for coming. And then I'm Simon at Wondering You can find me tomorrow night over on Praxagorathis Mephoria for Witcher Roads Home. We are probably clearing out the dungeon that we're in. I have like a whole page of note regarding that weird golden apple enigma that we found, so we can probably get the damn apple and leave. Then you can find me not this Monday. So we had the season finale for Vampire last Monday. This Monday we're taking a break, and starting next Monday for the next 3 weeks afterwards, we have the character interludes, so one-on-one sessions with guests that sort of will bridge season 1 and season 2. And then after the holidays, we'll be back with season 2 of Vampire. We've got some cool stuff in store. Next Saturday we'll be here at 1 p.m. playing Scion. It's been announced actually that I'm part of a charity for the Trevor Project over on High Shelf Collective on December. Oh God, the date. I need to say the right date. December 9th. We're going to be playing. They Came from Beneath the Sea. So again, this comedy B movie horror from the 1950s. Anyway, it's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be very meta. But we're raising money, as we do every year with High Shelf Collective, raising money for the Trevor Project. So it's a great cause, and you should absolutely tune in, and we're going to have prizes, and we're going to have stuff, and blah, blah, blah. On a more personal note, on Tuesday, November 15th, so in 3 days hence, is the launch of our Kickstarter for Werewolf the Apocalypse Retaliation. If you are a fan of Werewolf the Apocalypse, if you're a fan of werewolves, period, we have tons of cool werewolf minis that you really want to get your hands on, and an awesome game that I am the lead narrative designer on. So check that out. The Kickstarter starts on Tuesday, and it goes on for until December, and then we get into production and everything. So that's going to be very, very cool. And the other game that I have worked on for the past 2 years, Vampire the Masquerade, is Chapters is getting to your doors very soon if you're part of the people that kickstarted it or that pre-ordered it. It's on the way. It's out of our hands completely now, and it is in the hands of ocean currents, ships, and the like. So look out for that. And I'll talk more about that on my Twitter anyway. You can follow me at wondering_DM until the Bluebird website burns to the ground. On that note, thanks for coming, everyone, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.